The sun rose over Nanwa High School, heralding the arrival of its annual sports day, a vibrant spectacle of youthful energy and competition. Amidst the bustling activity, the female lead, a young woman named Luna, sought a moment of quiet repose. She was seated on a park bench, her attention divided between the lively world around her and the digital screen of her iPad. Her observational gaze fell upon a group of girls engaged in a spirited game of badminton, their movements a graceful dance of power and precision. After a few moments of quietly analyzing their play, she became engrossed in her device, her fingers navigating the interface with purpose. Meanwhile, on the badminton court, the trajectory of the game took an unexpected turn. A shuttlecock, struck with a little too much force, sailed away from its intended course, arcing directly towards Luna's secluded spot. Just as it seemed destined to land beside her, a figure intervened with breathtaking athleticism. The boy launched himself into the air, his body extending to its full length to intercept the stray projectile before it could reach her. This was Yu Chung, the male lead, whose presence seemed to command the very air around him. Catching the shuttlecock effortlessly, he turned and saw Luna looking up at him, a faint, appreciative smile touching her lips. "Welcome," he said, his voice casual yet confident, before turning on his heel and walking away, leaving a lingering impression of capability and charm. Later in the school cafeteria, Yu Chung was a study in focused consumption. He sat before a formidable array of 4 full trays of food, methodically working his way through each one. A friend seated across from him watched this display with a mixture of amusement and concern. "You have your competition this afternoon," the friend reminded him. "Why are you eating so much?" Unfazed, Yu Chung swallowed a mouthful and replied with unshakable conviction, "Eating a lot doesn't affect my performance." His friend then leaned in, sharing a piece of significant news. The coach from the prestigious Nanoa University had come to the sports day specifically to scout for talented athletes. Yu Chung's response was characteristically self-assured. "I don't care about that," he stated, pushing his empty trays away. "I am confident I will win today." With that declaration, he stood to leave. His friend, curious about the extent of his ambitions, called after him, asking how many categories he had entered. Yu Chung simply held up 3 fingers in a casual gesture before disappearing out the door, his confidence a tangible force in his wake. The scene then shifted to Luna, who was now accompanied by Mr. Wang, a senior figure from the school's administration. Mr. Wang formally introduced her to another man, explaining that she was his assistant coach. This man was revealed to be the head of the sports department from Nanoa University. He informed them that his mission was to observe and identify promising talent in the high jump category. As Luna scanned the list of participants, her eyes stopped at a familiar name. Yu Chung was registered for the 1,500-meter race. Intrigued, she began to pull up his biodata on her iPad just as the starting pistol fired. They watched as Yu Chung dominated the race, his form powerful and his determination visible. A genuine, spontaneous smile of happiness spread across Luna's face as he crossed the finish line in first place. Mr. Wang, however, after a glance at the biodata Luna was reviewing, offered a more pragmatic assessment. He has also participated in the high jump category, he noted, but if he truly wants to become a professional athlete, he should consider the long jump. His height is simply too short for the high jump, he cannot get a real chance in that field. Undeterred by this professional opinion, the high jump competition commenced. Yu Chung's own friend echoed Mr. Wang's sentiment, telling him outright, "Your height is short, you should just accept your fate." Yu Chung, refusing to be limited by such pronouncements, ignored the advice and took his first attempt. As he landed and was about to walk away from the mat, Luna's voice, clear and analytical, cut through the air. "Your last 4 steps were very slow," she stated. Hearing this unsolicited but precise feedback, Yu Chung turned and offered a simple thank you. Mr. Wang, observing this interaction, asked Luna for her impression. "What do you think about him?" she inquired, turning the question back on him. Mr. Wang remained steadfast in his initial judgment. His height is short, so he cannot be selected. For his second attempt, Yu Chung seemed to internalize Luna's comment. As he executed his jump, Luna's eyes lit up with recognition. "Did you see how smart he is?" she exclaimed to Mr. Wang, a note of triumph in her voice. "He did exactly what I told him this time." Despite her enthusiasm, Mr. Wang's expression remained unchanged and unhopeful. Suddenly, Yu Chung himself approached Luna. "Did I do well?" he asked directly, his gaze intent. Startled by his proximity and directness, Luna managed a nod. "Yes, you did well," she affirmed. The simple praise made Yu Chung's face break into a happy, boyish grin. As the competition wore on, Mr. Wang commented, "The boy you like has failed in his last 2 attempts, you should forget about him." Luna, however, was not ready to concede. "The 3rd attempt is still left," she countered. "Why the hurry?" Before his final jump, a look of intense concentration settled on Yu Chung's face. He seemed to be visualizing something, recalling the technique of a legendary high jumper like Stephen Holm. Channeling that iconic form, he launched himself into the air, his body clearing the bar with a flawless, perfect arc. The successful jump sent a wave of pure, unadulterated joy through Luna. Now Mr. Wang decided it was time to leave and Luna as his assistant had to accompany him. As they walked away, a loud cheer erupted from the high jump pit behind them, a clear indication that Yu Chung had passed this final attempt as well. Mr. Wang acknowledged the feat with a slight nod, but his opinion was unmoved. "This boy is good," he admitted to Luna, "but his height is short. Don't waste your time on him." Luna later returned to the quiet of the park, reflecting on the day's events. She was once again reviewing Yu Chung's biodata on her iPad when the boy himself materialized beside her. "This looks like me," he said, peering at the screen. Flustered, Luna quickly shut off the device. "Don't worry," Yu Chung said with a light chuckle. "I didn't see anything." He then got straight to the point. "Have you come here from Nanoa University to hire talented athletes?" Luna, regaining her composure, replied with a hint of teasing, "I thought you didn't see anything." Unfazed, Yu Chung asked the question that was clearly burning within him. "What do you think about me for high jumps?" Luna remained silent, not offering an answer. "Thank you for guiding me today," he said instead, and in a gesture that was both kind and unexpected, he handed her an ice cream. As Luna began to open the treat, he pressed further. "If you're here to hire an athlete, are you thinking about loan?" Referencing a presumably taller, more conventionally suited athlete. "I can't say anything about that," Luna deflected, "because I'm not in charge of it. You should just focus on your own competitions." Yu Chung, however, was persistent. "That means you will choose loan," he inferred. Then, his tone shifting to something more vulnerable, he asked, "If I were as tall as loan, would you have chosen me?" Luna's response was measured and professional. "I consider more than just height," she stated. "Then I was rejected because of my height," Yu Chung concluded, a hint of resignation in his voice. "No," Luna insisted. "You're lying," he countered, his vulnerability showing. "If you had told me I was rejected because of my height, I wouldn't feel bad, because I'm used to it now." Just then, the announcements for the finals began blaring over the loudspeakers. "You should go," Luna told him, indicating the track. Yu Chung said goodbye and started to leave, but then in a move that was as impulsive as it was intimate, he turned back. "What now?" Luna asked, slightly bewildered. "Don't move," he instructed. Before she could react, he reached out and gently removed her glasses. Luna was left utterly surprised, her vision blurring slightly. "So this is how you look," Yu Chung murmured, studying her face for a moment before handing the glasses back with an apology. As he walked away, he made a vow to himself, loud enough for perhaps only him to hear. "My goal is to compete on Nanoa University's track. It doesn't matter if you select me or not, I will definitely be there." A small, private smile touched Luna's lips at his retreating back. Later, Luna shared a piece of her own story with a confidant. "After finishing my studies, I want to become a good coach at Nanoa University. My dad was a very good coach, so I feel I have inherited his skills." Sometime after this, in a surprising turn of events, Yu Chung sought Luna out and presented her with a document. It was his admission letter to Nanoa University. Luna's surprise was palpable. "How did you get admitted here?" she asked, astonished. Yu Chung explained with a pragmatic shrug. "My dad says if I can't become an athlete, I should at least have a degree." Luna couldn't help but laugh at his straightforwardness. "You really are very different," she remarked. His tone then turned serious. "I worked very hard to get admission here," he affirmed. "Keep working hard like this," Luna encouraged him. "Your future is bright." Seizing the opportunity, Yu Chung posed the question that was his real objective. "Can I join the track and field team?" Luna, falling back on practicalities, replied, "Finance students have tight schedules. You won't have time for training." Undeterred, Yu Chung proposed a bargain. "If I can prove my grades to you, will you let me join?" After a moment's consideration, Luna agreed. "Yes, you can try." On another day, Yu Chung found Luna and expressed his frustration. "If I don't practice high jumps, how will I compete in the future?" Luna laid out the stark reality. "You're not a sports student, so you can't compete in official university events." Yu Chung, ever resourceful, then presented his solution. "Then why don't you become my coach?" Luna was taken aback by the proposal. "I'm just an assistant coach," she protested. "I don't know how to train you." But Yu Chung had faith in her that she didn't yet have in herself. "You can coach me," he insisted. "I've already improved a lot because of you." Luna chose to ignore this and walked away, leaving him standing there. The next day, however, found Luna deep in thought, her mind wrestling with the idea of coaching Yu Chung. As she looked over his profile again, she made a decision. She called her father. "Send me the training manual," she requested. Her dad agreed but gave a firm warning. "I'll send it to you, but don't share this manual with anyone." "Okay," Luna promised. Following morning, Yu Chung was out for a solitary jog, his internal monologue a testament to his resolve. "I dreamed of becoming an athlete 10 years ago," he muttered to himself. "During this long journey, not even once did I feel that I couldn't achieve my dream." Unbeknownst to him, Luna happened to see him running and was struck by his dedication. A thought formed in her mind. "I was waiting for someone strong, someone who would be the first to arrive at the training ground and the last to leave." Later, when Yu Chung finally arrived at the agreed-upon spot, he found Luna already waiting for him. She looked at him with a new sense of determination. "I'm ready to be your coach," she announced, handing him a detailed document. "This is your training program that I have planned for you. Within a month, you need to jump over 2.05 meters. Yu Chung scanned the rigorous schedule, a look of awe on his face. "You're really serious," he stated, more than asked. Luna's expression was stern. The training is quite tough, she warned. You might cry during the training, but if you manage to do it, I won't pity you. As Yu Chung opened his mouth to respond, Luna cut him off, her voice firm and commanding. From now on, I am your coach, so you must trust me completely and not hide anything from me. Okay, Yu Chung agreed, his own resolve hardening. When should we start the training? Now, Luna declared. Hearing this, a wave of pure elation washed over Yu Chung. Thus, Luna began the arduous task of training Yu Chung. She took him to the university's training ground where they encountered another athlete, Lu Chung. As they watched a particularly impressive jumper, Lu Chung provided some context. He is Jiang Tian, the captain of our high jump team. He can easily jump 2.22 meters. Last year, the national team hired him for training, but he was dismissed because his ranking wasn't good enough. After Jiang Tian completed his jump, a coach called out, "Who wants to go next?" To everyone's surprise, including Luna's, Yu Chung stepped forward. Me. He proceeded to get ready to jump a daunting 2 meters. Lu Chung tried to stop him, cautioning him against such an ambitious attempt, but Yu Chung, refusing to listen to anyone's doubts, went ahead and against all odds successfully completed the jump. As he was leaving the pit, his eyes met Luna's, who had just arrived. He walked over to her, a silent challenge in his gaze. Luna's senior, a coach named O, noticed the exchange and asked, "Is this the one?" Luna replied simply, "Yes, maybe he could be our team's next homegrown star." The high jump team coach, Jiang Zhao, overheard this and joked, "That's not possible," his tone dripping with skepticism. Later, Yu Chung was with his roommate, Jia Shao, who was selecting summer classes. As Yu Chung browsed the course listings with him, his eyes landed on a particular class. "Is this class full?" he asked, pointing to Luna's track and field course. Jia shook his head. "No one takes track and field classes in the summer." A determined look crossed Yu Chung's face. "We'll take this class," he declared. On the first day of the summer class, Luna walked in and was met with an unexpected sight, a room full of students primarily from the finance department. "I didn't know physical training was so popular among finance students," she remarked, her tone laced with mild suspicion. Jia Shao was quick to explain his presence. "I joined this class because of Xian," he said, pointing to a friend. Another student, a young woman, chimed in, "I joined this class because of Yu Chang. As he always says, we should take care of our fitness." As Luna began taking attendance, a new figure entered the room, Coach Mo Si. He made a grand, somewhat arrogant entrance, throwing a water bottle directly at Luna, which she caught with practiced ease. The gesture, however, did not sit well with Yu Chung, whose expression darkened instantly. Luna called Yu Chung's name 2 or 3 times, but his focus was entirely locked on Mo Si. "Where are you looking?" Luna finally asked, breaking his concentration. "What is Coach Mo's 100-meter sprint record?" Yu Chung asked, his voice tight. Luna, knowing the statistic by heart, replied, "Before retirement, Coach Mo's record was 10.27 seconds. The number hung in the air, leaving Yu Chung visibly impressed and perhaps a little intimidated. Luna then proceeded with the lesson, using Yu Chung as a live model to demonstrate proper running form for the rest of the class. When Yu Chung ran, his natural athleticism was so apparent that several students murmured, "You're really cool." Luna then announced, "We will divide into girls' and boys' teams." She turned to Wang, another student. "You'll train the girls' team." This decision seemed to surprise Yu Chung, but his surprise quickly turned to bemusement as all the girls in the class immediately gathered around him, seeking his advice. After the class concluded, Luna dismissed Yu Chung. "You can go," but Yu Chung had other plans. "Wait here for me," he instructed her. He then picked up a water bottle and, in a perfect imitation of Mo Si's earlier action, threw it at Luna. Just as before, she caught it effortlessly. "What's gotten into you?" she asked, bewildered by his behavior. "Coach," Yu Chung began, his tone suddenly playful. "How old are you?" Luna, not wanting to reveal her age, deflected with a teasing, "I'm 18. Yu Chung then started rubbing his eyes vigorously. "What happened?" Luna asked, her concern genuine. "I think some dust went into my eyes," he complained. "Don't rub them," she instructed. "Sit here." She began to gently check his eyes. "If you're helping me, please touch gently," Yu Chung requested, a smirk playing on his lips. "I know," Luna replied, her voice soft, then her tone shifted. "Don't move," she commanded, "and close your eyes." Trusting her, Yu Chung complied. The moment his eyes were shut, Luna splashed a handful of water directly onto his face. As the water dripped from his hair, Luna burst into laughter. "Coach, this is too much," he sputtered, but he was laughing too. "The weather is hot," Luna retorted by way of explanation before turning and walking away, leaving him drenched and chuckling. Soon after, Luna received a phone call from Mo Si. "I'm calling to inform you that Mr. Wang has returned," he said. Following this call, Luna took Yu Chung to the training ground, but the atmosphere was different. "Are we going to train at this time?" Yu Chung asked. "We're not training," Luna clarified, her voice all business. "I'm going to test you. Do you have a problem?" "No," Yu Chung replied immediately. "Okay then," Luna said, "get ready. How many meters do I have to jump?" he asked, mentally preparing himself. 2.03 meters, Luna stated, her voice devoid of its earlier warmth. As Yu Chung began his preparations, Luna subtly checked the time on her phone and cast a deliberate glance towards the CCTV cameras installed around the ground. Her actions were calculated. In his office, the university director was indeed watching the live CCTV feed. Yu Chung launched himself into the jump. From his seat, Mr. Wang also watched the attempt. Immediately after, Luna's phone rang. It was Mr. Wang summoning her to his office. Luna went to meet with Mr. Wang, and a serious discussion about Yu Chung's future ensued. Unbeknownst to them, Yu Chung himself was standing just outside the office door listening to every word. When Luna finally emerged, her expression was heavy. She stood in front of Yu Chung searching for the right words, but he spoke first. "Don't be sad," he said, his voice surprisingly steady. "And don't worry about me, I'm used to everything. If they don't allow me to train here, I'll train somewhere else. When I meet their requirements, they'll let me join the field team. Trust me, I can do this on my own." Luna looked at him, a new fire igniting in her eyes. "Do it," she said firmly. With that, she turned and marched back into Mr. Wang's office. Her demeanor had completely changed. "You didn't even give him permission to compete," she said to Mr. Wang, her voice rising with uncharacteristic anger. "So how can you say that Yu Chung won't be able to do it?" Mr. Wang, taken aback by her fervor, replied, "Now you're being unreasonable." Luna stood her ground. "If he manages a 2.1-meter jump in the Sports City event, will you let him join the field team?" After a moment's consideration, Mr. Wang agreed. "Okay." Outside, a bewildered Yu Chung asked Luna, "How did Mr. Wang change his mind so quickly?" Luna's reply was carefully diplomatic. "I've always agreed with Mr. Wang's decisions. This is the first time I've gone against his decision." A slow smile spread across Yu Chung's face. "For the first time you went against Mr. Wang because of me," he stated, the significance of the act not lost on him. "That's not important," Luna deflected, trying to downplay her actions. But Yu Chung would not let it go. "It's very important to me," he insisted, his gaze intense. Luna shifted the focus back to the task at hand. Now that Mr. Wang has made a promise, he won't break it. Yu Chung's determination was palpable. "I'll definitely clear 2.1 meters on sports day," he vowed. Hearing his conviction, Luna finally allowed herself a genuine smile. Yu Chung then changed the subject. "I heard you're going on a trip," he mentioned. "Yes," Luna confirmed, "I'm going hiking." A mischievous glint appeared in Yu Chung's eye. "Our friend's group is also planning to go to this mountain," he revealed. Luna laughed softly, a knowing sound. "You seem very active in such group activities," she commented before walking away. On the day of the hike, Luna arrived with Mo-si. Her phone buzzed. It was Yu Chung. "Have you arrived?" he asked. "Yes," Luna replied. "I'm at the entrance." "But I don't see you," Yu Chung said, his voice faint over the connection. "I'm at the south gate," Luna clarified. "I'll come to you," he offered immediately. "There's no need for that," Luna declined. "Since we're hiking, let's meet at the peak." Yu Chung accepted the implicit challenge. "Okay then, let's race to see who reaches the peak first." To mark his start, he took a picture of himself and sent it to Luna with the caption, "I'm starting the hike." Pushing herself, Luna managed to reach the summit before Yu Chung. When he finally arrived, he was completely exhausted and collapsed onto a rock, still carrying a bag full of barbecue tools. Luna took the tools from him and said, "Here, have some grilled sausages," handing him one she had already prepared. As he ate, Yu Chung, his breath slowly returning to normal, spoke from the heart. "Sports day and high jump are my passion," he confessed. Luna was genuinely impressed. "Your determination is impressive," she told him. Then noticing his disheveled state, she teased him gently, "Your hair looks like a puppy's," making him break into a wide, happy smile. At that moment, Mo-si arrived. Luna, perhaps feeling the need to maintain a professional distance, said to Yu Chung, "Go join your classmates." Undeterred, Yu Chung made a request. "Will you join me at the villa?" But Luna shook her head. "No," she said, and began walking away with Mo-si. Yu Chung's request to hang out alone was left hanging in the mountain air, overshadowed by Mo-si's presence, a development that clearly displeased Yu Chung. He watched them walk off together, a frown settling on his face. Later, the group settled down to play a game. Shen explained the rules. "We will play the finger-bending game. If you've experienced the situation mentioned, you'll bend your finger. The first one to bend their finger will receive a punishment." I started, "I've never been in a relationship." To everyone's surprise, Yu Chung bent his finger. Jia immediately accused him, "You're lying." But Yu Chung responded with complete sincerity, "No, I'm telling the truth." This admission surprised Luna as well. Jia went next. "No one has ever confessed their feelings to me." Again, Yu Chung bent his finger. "You're lying again," Jia exclaimed. Yu Chung raised his hand as if taking an oath. "I swear this has never happened to me." Then Mo-si joined their circle. The group, eager for gossip, turned to him. "We want to hear gossip about Luna," they chorused. Mo-si, enjoying the attention, began to regale them with stories about various athletes who had harbored feelings for Luna. With every story and every shared laugh between Luna and Mo-si, Yu Chung's mood soured further. "These are old stories," he finally interjected, his voice cutting through the laughter. "So they seem boring, we should change the topic." Luna, perhaps sensing his discomfort, agreed. "He's right, we should change the topic." But Mo-si, either oblivious or deliberately provocative, continued his tales about Luna's past admirers. Yu Chung could only sit and watch, his frustration mounting until he pressed his foot down hard into the earth. The hiking trip concluded, and everyone began their preparations to leave. Yu Chung, however, was having noticeable difficulty walking properly. Luna, who had already returned to campus with Mo-si, received a text message from him. It read, "I want to take a few days off." The message immediately struck Luna as odd. Why does Yu Chung need time off? She wondered aloud to Mo-si. Let him rest, Mo-si said dismissively. We can also use this opportunity to go out and eat something. But Luna's instincts were screaming that something was wrong. Something's off, she insisted. He always wants more training. What if he got injured because of the hiking? Her concern overriding protocol, Luna went directly to Yu Chung's dormitory. She asked a student in the hallway for his room number. Yu Chung's roommate, Jin Sha, saw Luna approaching and immediately sprinted to the room to warn Yu Chung. By the time Luna entered, the room was empty. She called Yu Chung's phone, and from within a closed cupboard, his phone began to ring. Hearing the ringing, Jin Sha tried to act casual. What are you doing here? He asked Luna nervously. Did something happen to Yu Chung? Luna pressed, her worry evident. What could possibly happen to him? Jin Sha deflected poorly, not entirely convinced, but with no other options, Luna relented. When he comes back, tell him to meet me, she instructed before leaving. The moment she was gone, Yu Chung emerged from his hiding place. He then took the initiative and called Luna himself. Where are you? She asked, her voice a mix of concern and suspicion. My mom has come to meet me, Yu Chung lied smoothly, so I'm with her. Luna, choosing to believe him for the moment, gave a stern instruction. If your parents visit, inform me beforehand. Yu Chung promised, don't worry, I'll be there on time for the competition. The day of the sports track event arrived. After the 100-meter race concluded, Luna went to the area designated for Yu Chung's department, expecting to see him. She asked one of his classmates, didn't Yu Chang participate in the race? The boy's reply sent a jolt of alarm through her. I am here as his replacement. Shocked, Luna immediately tried calling Yu Chung, but he did not answer. A growing sense of dread propelled her towards the coach's ground. There, she finally saw him. But as he started to run towards the field, Luna's trained eye immediately detected a slight but telling hitch in his gait. She realized he was injured. Stepping directly into his path, she stopped him. A closer look confirmed her fear. Coach, I am fine, Yu Chung insisted, trying to push past her. This is not a serious injury. But Luna was having none of it. Helping to support his weight, she said firmly, we are going to tell Coach Ga that you are quitting this competition. Desperation flashed in Yu Chung's eyes. I have been practicing for this competition for a long time. I can't give it up now. I have never given up on any competition before. Their argument did not go unnoticed. Coach Ga scolded Luna publicly, stating that her intervention was unprofessional. Luna apologized to the coach but stood her ground, deciding that Yu Chung would not participate. Despite his fervent pleas for her to trust him, Luna, angry at his stubbornness and recklessness, physically forced him to quit the competition and took him to the hospital herself. The doctor's diagnosis brought a small measure of relief. The injury was not serious, but it required 3 full weeks of rest. Back in his dorm room, Luna delivered a verdict that hit Yu Chung harder than any physical pain. I will no longer be your coach, she stated, her voice cold and final, because you broke my trust. Yu Chung was immediately contrite. I'm sorry, he apologized, his voice thick with emotion. Please give me another chance. But Luna, her anger and disappointment still too raw, ignored his plea and left. Later, Mo-si brought food for the injured Yu Chung and shared a piece of troubling news. Luna had been formally scolded by Mr. Wang because of the incident. Racked with guilt, Yu Chung began writing a long, heartfelt message to Luna, but Mo-si, acting as an unlikely voice of reason, advised him, don't send it. Undeterred, Yu Chung shifted tactics. He began writing old-fashioned apology letters, pouring his remorse onto paper. He repeatedly tried to approach Luna to deliver them to apologize in person, but she remained steadfastly angry, refusing to accept his apologies or even acknowledge him. He grew more desperate. One day, he gathered a group of his classmates and, thinking a grand, public gesture would win her over, began reading one of his apology letters aloud, his voice carrying across the courtyard. At that precise moment, Luna happened to be passing by. Suddenly, as if on cue, dozens of balloons appeared around her, each one carrying a message. Coach, please forgive me. The students released the balloons into the sky. One of them, carrying Yu Chung's actual apology letter, drifted directly to Luna. She caught it, read it, and a small, involuntary smile touched her lips. But then, in a deliberate act, she released the letter, letting the wind carry it away, and continued walking, ignoring Yu Chung's hopeful gaze. That night, Yu Chung took his vigil to a new level. He sat on a bench directly outside Luna's dormitory. Luna, who was outside arranging her small garden, saw him but pointedly ignored him once more. The next morning, when Luna looked out of her window, she saw that he was still there, asleep on the bench. Her resolve finally cracked. She went downstairs, woke him, and asked, have you been here since last night? Yes, he admitted, his voice groggy. If I still don't talk to you, Luna asked, a mix of exasperation and concern in her voice, how long will you stay here? His answer was simple and absolute, until you talk to me. Sighing, Luna led him up to her room. Inside, Yu Chung offered a full, heartfelt apology. I hid this from you because you worked so hard to get this opportunity from Mr. Wang, he explained, his voice earnest. I was afraid that if I quit the competition you would be embarrassed. Luna's response was not about embarrassment but about respect. You say you did this for me but you didn't take me seriously either. Yu Cheng's next words were spoken with a raw, unvarnished sincerity that pierced through her anger. I take you very seriously, he insisted, his eyes locking with hers. You are very important to me. Luna, perhaps to protect herself, tried to deflect the weight of his statement. People say such things when they are desperate, but Yu Cheng would not be dismissed. Whatever I said, I meant it from the heart. He then opened up about his past in a way he never had before. Since childhood, people have told me that because of my height, I should only treat high jump as a hobby and never aim to be an athlete. But you trusted me. You were the first coach who understood me. His voice broke with emotion. I don't want you to leave me. I have learned from my mistake. Will you forgive me? Luna looked at him, the last of her anger melting away. First, have breakfast, she said, her tone now gentle. Then go to the dorm and rest. If I see you wandering around again, I'll break your legs. A relieved laugh escaped Yu Cheng. Does this mean you are still my coach? He asked, hope flooding back into his voice. Yes, Luna confirmed. The happiness that illuminated Yu Cheng's face was brighter than the morning sun. Sometime later on the university sports day, Yu Cheng approached Luna. Coach, can I watch the games with you? He asked. Yes, Luna replied, you can watch. He sat down beside her, the easy camaraderie returning. We'll start training from tomorrow, he announced, eager to get back to work. Luna looked at him, a curious expression on her face. Do you like training so much? He shook his head. It's not about liking it. If I don't train, how will I improve? The next day, Luna went to bat for him once more, having a long conversation with Mr. Wang. She successfully convinced him to allow Yu Cheng to join the field team. Mr. Wang agreed, but with a major caveat. Only 2 high jumpers can go to the provincial college games. When Yu Cheng received Luna's text message with the good news, he was overjoyed. Let's throw a party, he declared, immediately inviting Luna. But she declined, stating, I have dinner with Coach Wang. Her absence at the celebration left Yu Cheng visibly upset. During a subsequent training session, Lucien, another high jumper, was assigned to train with Yu Cheng. The pairing clearly rankled him. I don't like this, Yu Cheng stated flatly before angrily leaving the training ground. Luna found him and offered an explanation. You are my first student, she told him, and I care about you. Her words seemed to soothe him, and he returned to train with the team, meeting all his new teammates. Mo Si and Luna watched his progress from a distance. Luna said to Mo Si, once Yu Cheng fully recovers, I will ask him to participate in the race for your team. The time came for Mr. Wang to observe the high jumpers and make his final selection for the provincial games. Yu Cheng was selected to compete, but the pressure was immense. A direct rivalry developed between him and Lucien. Neither of them managed to clear the 2.1-meter bar. Lucien taunted him, you won't succeed either. In the end, Mr. Wang selected Lucien for the coveted spot. Furious, Yu Cheng confronted him. This is unfair, he challenged. Mr. Wang remained calm, citing practical reasons. Yu Cheng, you have just recovered from an injury and need more rest. But Yu Cheng felt the sting of injustice deeply. This is unjust, he stormed and walked away in a rage. He went to the empty stands and lay down on the bleachers, consumed by frustration and disappointment. Luna found him there. Without a word, she forcibly pulled him to his feet. Coach, I'm leaving now, he muttered dejectedly. Luna simply grabbed his arm and called out, Mo Si, we're here. She then handed Yu Cheng his running shoes. Go to Mo Si, she instructed. But why? Yu Cheng asked, confused. Luna gave his leg a light, encouraging kick. Just quietly go there, she commanded. Obeying, Yu Cheng went to Mo Si and prepared for a race. After the race, Luna announced everyone's results. Yu Cheng had performed well, but Mo Si was dissatisfied with his own team's overall performance and proceeded to scold everyone. As Yu Cheng was leaving, another athlete, Chunin, approached him. Why did you create trouble for Coach Luna? He accused. What do you mean? Yu Cheng asked, defensive. Chunin's words were like a physical blow. I heard you came second in the 100-meter sprint. Do you think you have a chance at the provincial games? Before Yu Cheng could retort, Chunin delivered the real punch. Because of you, strange rumors are spreading about Coach Luna. People are saying that Coach Luna took a bribe from you. Yu Cheng's anger flared white-hot. Say that again if you dare, he threatened, stepping closer. Chunin stood his ground. We only care about results. You won't get any special treatment here. After Chunin left, Yu Cheng was left seething. That evening, Luna was having dinner with Mo Si. During their meal, she showed him Yu Cheng's recent race results and formally requested that he add Yu Cheng to his team. Mo Si refused multiple times. But Luna was persistent, her insistence born of a belief in Yu Cheng's potential that she would not surrender. Finally, after much persuasion, Mo Si relented but made his reason clear. I'm only agreeing because of you, he told her, his words underscoring the complex web of professional and personal loyalties that now define Luna's world, a world increasingly centered around the determined, short-statured high jumper who refused to be defined by his limitations. The dawn of a new day found Yu Cheng seeking out Luna with his characteristic eagerness, ready to embark on their next training session. What are we doing today? He asked, his voice brimming with anticipation. Luna's response, however, was not what he expected. Her tone was formal, her demeanor detached. From today onwards, she stated, I won't be coaching you anymore. Mo-si will train you now. The announcement landed with the force of a physical blow, leaving Yu Chung reeling in silent confusion and disappointment. Without a moment's delay, Mo-si stepped into his new role, presenting Yu Chung with a daunting and seemingly arbitrary task, to run a full 8 kilometers without pause. Accepting the directive without question, a determined yet somber expression settled on his face as he began the grueling run. Luna watched him go, a flicker of concern in her eyes as she turned to Mo-si. Are you torturing him? She questioned, her protective instincts surfacing. Against all odds, Yu Chung completed the entire distance without taking a single break, his body pushed to its limits. As he finished, gasping for air, Luna moved towards him, suggesting, I'll call the medical staff for you. Yu Chung, wiping sweat from his brow, shook his head firmly. There's no need. Luna then offered a small concession, a slight softening in her stance. Mo-si was joking with you, she revealed, but Yu Chung's resolve was unshaken, his focus absolute. I will win this competition, he declared with intense seriousness. I'm taking it very seriously. The scene shifted to the first day of the prestigious Provincial University Games. Luna arrived accompanied by Yu Chen, and after a brief formal goodbye, Yu Chung left to join the other athletes. Luna found a spot in the stands, her presence a silent testament to her support. As she cheered for him, a well-dressed, unfamiliar lady arrived nearby, also offering vocal encouragement for Yu Chung. The atmosphere was electric as the 100-meter sprint was about to commence. Mo-si stood beside Luna, both of them watching Yu Chung intently. To their collective astonishment, he won the race with a powerful, commanding performance. He then walked directly over to the lady who had been cheering for him. Mom, he said, what are you doing here? The revelation that this was his mother left both Luna and Mo-si utterly shocked, completely unaware of this familial connection. Yu Chung continued his dominant streak, easily clearing the heights in the high jump qualifiers, advancing with apparent ease. Later, as the university bus prepared to depart for the finals venue, Luna noticed a conspicuous absence. Yu Chung was not on board. Concerned, she went searching for him and found him in a conversation with Xian. Xian expressed her desire to stay and cheer for him personally, but Yu Chung was firm in his refusal, insisting she should not inconvenience herself. Luna approached them, a playful tease in her voice. Xian likes you, she said to Yu Chung. His reply was immediate and direct, leaving no room for ambiguity. I don't like Xian, he stated, and I don't want her wasting her time on me. Luna could only laugh at his blunt honesty. The games continued with the 200-meter sprint, which was won by an athlete named Hong Lin. Luna, observing the results, commented to Yu Chung, Mr. Wang never liked Coach Mo-si, but now his student has won. Yu Chung, feeling restless and needing a distraction, replied, I can't just relax here, take me somewhere else. He suggested a gaming center and they went, spending time playing various games and allowing themselves a moment of carefree enjoyment. During their outing, Luna received a message informing her that Yia had won her field event. Yu Chung, ever supportive, said, you should be proud of her. Then, his tone shifting to one of personal commitment, he added, and I will work hard to achieve my goals. The tension mounted as the high jump competition entered its critical phase. Luna felt a familiar knot of nervousness in her stomach. Yia joined her and together they watched, their cheers joining the roar of the crowd as Yu Chung effortlessly cleared 1.95 meters. One by one, the other participants were eliminated, until only 2 competitors remained, Yu Chung and Chen. The bar was raised to a challenging 2.12 meters. On their first attempts, both athletes failed. Luna, understanding the tie-breaking rules, explained the situation with a worried voice. If both fail again, Chen will win because of his superior 2.09-meter record from earlier. Undeterred, Yu Chung approached the bar for his second attempt. With a look of pure, unshakable confidence, he launched himself into the air, clearing the height perfectly. The pressure now fell entirely on Chen, who on his final attempt failed. Yu Chung was crowned the high jump champion. Overwhelmed with pride, Luna found him afterwards. Your performance was amazing today, she said, her voice filled with genuine admiration. I'm proud of you. A wide, heartfelt smile spread across Yu Chung's face. I'm happy to hear that, he replied. To celebrate, they shared a lunch. During their meal, Luna, noticing the attention he was receiving, joked, the girls sitting behind you are looking at you. When Yu Chung began to turn his head to look, Luna quickly stopped him. Her tone then shifted to one of professional caution. It's not right for you to get into a relationship now, she advised. It will affect your focus. Yu Chung's response was characteristically steadfast. Don't worry about me, he assured her. I won't lose my focus. The day's events continued with the 100-meter sprint competition. A group of girls expressed their full confidence in Yu Chung, telling him, we're confident you'll win gold in this event too. We placed a bet that you'd win 2 gold medals. Another athlete, Hong Lin, voiced his frustration. I performed better than this in the group match, so why didn't you bet on me winning? A coach intervened, let them do what they want. He then added a personal incentive for Yu Chung. If you win, I'll personally give you a massage. Yu Chung turned to Luna with a mischievous grin. I want the same treatment too. Luna retorted with a mock threat. If you're not afraid of your legs getting fractured, I'll personally do it. Her words made Yu Chung smile broadly. However, as he was putting on his running shoes for the race, a sharp, stabbing pain shot through his foot. Struggling, he removed the shoe to find blood seeping from a wound. Upon inspecting the inside of the shoe, he discovered a nail deliberately placed there. His mind raced, wondering who could have done such a thing. Just then, Luna called out to him. All participants were being summoned for the race. He answered her call and she came over to him. What happened? She asked, her eyes full of concern. Yu Chung explained the situation and showed her the nail. Seeing his injury, Luna immediately called for a doctor. Yu Chung tried to downplay it. It's just a small injury, he insisted. It won't affect my race. Luna, her mind now on the perpetrator, asked, Do you know who did this? Yu Chung's reply was filled with frustration. If I knew, would I have worn these shoes? He then left to prepare for the race, his mind set on competing despite the pain. Luna, however, was not going to let the matter rest. She noticed a boy acting suspiciously and approached him. Come with me, she said firmly. Yu Chung saw this interaction from a distance. Luna took the boy, whose name was Hongwen, aside. Because of you, she said, her voice low and serious. Not only could Yu Chung have been seriously harmed, but your own future opportunities could have been ruined. Hongwen responded with bitterness. With coaches like you, people from our background can never compete. Luna maintained her composure. I won't officially handle this matter, she stated, but you must apologize to Yu Chung. Hongwen laughed derisively. You're joking, right? Luna's gaze was steady. I know how you feel, she said, her words striking a chord. Hearing this, Hongwen became emotional, his defensive anger crumbling. If you really felt that, he argued, his voice cracking, none of this would have happened to me. He tried to shift the blame, suggesting that Yu Chung's predicament was ultimately Luna's fault. Luna remained firm. No matter what, she replied, there is no justification for your actions. You have 1 week to leave the team. Despite the injury and the turmoil, Yu Chung went on to compete, securing second place and setting a notable personal record. In a subsequent, more personal moment, Yu Chung was seen talking with his mother. She remarked, You told me to clean the house and also to bring all your awards. Your dad and I understood that you were planning something. Is there a girl here you're trying to impress? Yu Chung attempted to dismiss her suspicions, but just then Xian arrived. Yu Chung's mother, seeing her, immediately commented, She is so lovely. She then turned to Luna and asked, Would this girl be right for Yu Chung? Luna, caught off guard, could only laugh and offer a non-committal, yes. At the training ground, Luna encountered Shannon and Luong, who mentioned they were going to an internet cafe to relax. Luna invited Yu Chung to join them. He initially refused, but after her persistent insistence, he reluctantly agreed. At the cafe, everyone played games. Yu Chung tried to help Luna, but they lost. However, Luna thoroughly enjoyed the game once she understood it, and seeing her happiness made Yu Chung feel content. This leisure activity, however, led to complications. Mr. Wang had arranged a last-minute training session, and Luna discovered that several students were missing, having all gone to the internet cafe. One student, WZ, took responsibility, but Yu Chung, demonstrating his integrity, admitted that he was the one who had taken everyone there. Mr. Wang punished both of them, assigning them the tedious task of writing out sports rules. During this punishment, Yu Chung asked WZ, Why did you help me? WZ's reply, I know Luna the most and share a close relationship with her, sparked a distinct feeling of dislike in Yu Chung. As the Chinese New Year holidays approached, Luna shared that her parents were abroad and she would be celebrating alone. Yu Chung immediately invited her to his home, but Luna deftly avoided the topic. He then began to share his doubts about his athletic performance, and Luna, in her role as a motivator, offered him encouragement. Yu Chung, perhaps trying to seem less burdensome, said, Don't worry about me. Enjoy your Chinese New Year and don't think about me all the time. The phrasing surprised Luna, and Yu Chung quickly clarified, I meant about my results. On the actual holiday, Yu Chung called Luna to wish her a happy new year, but the signal was poor. On a second call, he asked, Can you hear the sound of the waves? Luna put on her headphones and listened. The sound was so vivid it felt as if she were standing on the shore herself. Do you live near the sea? She asked. My hometown is near the sea, Yu Chung confirmed. He requested to talk with her for a while longer, but Luna said, I haven't eaten yet. Yu Chung again wished her a happy new year, and Luna, with a hint of playful exasperation, replied, You've already said that. His response was soft but persistent. I want to say it again. After the holidays, training resumed. Mosi took Luna aside and offered a sobering prediction. If Yu Chung doesn't transfer to a different program, things will only get more difficult for him in the future. Taking this advice to heart, Luna took Yu Chung to a spot near the sea to discuss the possibility of a transfer. Yu Chung understood the implication immediately and asked pointedly, Was this Mr. Wang's idea or yours? Luna named the faculty as the source. Yu Chung's next question was deeply personal. I only care about your opinion, he said. Do you want me to transfer? Luna hesitated, unable to give a direct answer. Seizing the moment, Yu Chung opened up about his childhood, sharing his past struggles with loneliness and how he found solace and purpose in sports, specifically the high jump, despite realizing the physical disadvantages he faced. Luna gently pointed out, the athletes selected for the high jump are naturally tall. Yu Chung replied, I know that now, but I didn't know it back then. While training for the high jump, I realized I had fallen in love with it. Luna, moved by his passion, offered her support. Do your best, she said. I'll handle everything else. Does that mean I can stay on the team? Yu Chung asked, hope rising in his voice. Yes, Luna confirmed, and his happiness was immediate and profound. In an effort to smooth things over with Mr. Wang, Luna brought him a collection of his favorite comic books, insisting they had nothing to do with Yu Chung. Mr. Wang accepted them and then handed her some documents, saying, by looking at these you'll understand what real talent means. He then instructed her to accompany him on a scouting trip to a remote village, tasking her with driving. There, they met a young man named Mommy. Mr. Wang explained that Mommy came from a poor family which had prevented him from pursuing studies after high school. He now worked at a car wash. To their astonishment, Mommy demonstrated a natural, raw talent by effortlessly clearing 2.1 meters. Luna introduced Mommy to the team and asked Yu Chung to help him settle in. Yu Chung was initially upset by this new addition but eventually agreed after Luna spoke with him. While Luna offered Mommy support, Yu Chung voiced his concern, you can't always look after him. At the training ground, Mommy continued to astonish everyone with his innate ability. Coach remarked that Mommy was nearly ready for the national team, a statement that created a new and complex situation for Luna. Yu Chung, feeling sidelined, told her outright, I am your first student and I want you to focus more on me. Luna replied, this isn't just about words. A tension began to grow between them. Luna tried to explain, you are my first student and I focus on you more, but it's also necessary to appreciate Mommy's talent. Yu Chung, however, felt that Luna was paying excessive attention to Mommy and ignoring his own problems. In an attempt to reclaim her attention, Yu Chung proudly announced one day, look, I made a 2.14 meter jump. The achievement made Luna very happy. But immediately afterwards, Mommy cleared 2.18 meters, causing Yu Chung's joy to vanish, replaced by anger. You aren't treating me fairly, he accused Luna. She tried to explain that Mommy's talent was a natural gift and that it didn't diminish Yu Chung's own importance. You can find someone else to take care of Mommy, Yu Chung retorted. I have to study. Luna asked pointedly, are you jealous of his talent? Why would I be jealous of him? Yu Chung shot back. He doesn't know anything apart from high jumping. Luna said, if you don't want to look after Mommy, that's fine, but you need to change your mindset. Yu Chung then proposed a deal. If you put my name on the National University Games list, I'll perform well. When Luna remained silent, he realized she would not do it. In a fit of anger, he said, you once said you trusted me, but now it seems like it was just words, and stormed off. Luna later found Mommy sitting outside and asked what he was doing there. Mommy explained, Yu Chung left his meal card with me and when I went to return it, he got angry. Luna, making excuses for him, said, Yu Chung is in a bad mood, so don't be upset with him. Yu Chung struggled emotionally, channeling his frustration into angry, late-night practice sessions. Luna, seeking an alternative path for him, sent Yu Chung's training schedule to Coach Yang Jin. However, Yu Chung's deteriorating performance and behavior led to him being asked to practice sprinting for the city games instead. He initially refused flatly, I won't do it. But after Luna convinced him, he agreed and to his own surprise won the 100-meter race. Despite this victory, he confessed to Luna, I don't feel confident competing against Mommy in high jumping. He visited her near her dorm and made a heartfelt confession. I'm willing to change my sport if necessary. Luna, however, brought him back to pressing reality. Your grades have dropped, she told him. You won't graduate if you don't balance training and academics. Yu Chung became emotional, apologizing to Luna and promising, I'll work harder and improve in my sport. Luna explained that her anger stemmed from him abandoning his training and not sharing his struggles. She forgave him and took him to her dorm. At the training ground, Yu Chung formally apologized and promised not to repeat his mistakes. Luna told him, focus on physical training and we'll decide about your transfer after exams. Yu Chung decided to stay in his team dorm during the summer break and worked closely with Luna to continue his training. She introduced him to a decathlon program, and Yu Chung took the multi-sport training seriously. Luna supported him by providing books and academic papers. Yu Chung dedicated himself with equal fervor to both his physical and scholarly pursuits. I won't waste this opportunity, he told Luna, a declaration that made her genuinely happy. One day, in a moment of tender impulse, Yu Chung softly kissed Luna while she was asleep. She woke up feeling shocked and awkward. Yu Chung, equally flustered, ran away, leaving Luna in a state of silent bewilderment. She was so deep in thought about the incident that when Mosi later tried to discuss Yu Chung's health report, she wasn't listening and accidentally picked up the wrong paper. Realizing her mistake, she said angrily, "This is not my health report." Mosi clarified he was talking about Yu Chung's report, leaving Luna silent and Mosi confused by her strange behavior. At lunch, Mosi asked her directly, "Why are you behaving so strangely?" Luna spoke vaguely about feelings between a coach and student fatting over time, but her own confusion was evident. Another day during training, Coach Yang caught Yu Chung using his phone and scolded him. After Yu Chung apologized, the coach informed him, Luna and Mosi have brought lunch for the other students. You can join them." The news made Yu Chung very happy. Luna went to his room to meet him but found only Machi and Mosi there. Disappointed, she went to the training ground where they finally met. Yu Chung said to her, "I felt like you were avoiding me because of a small incident." Luna replied, "You flirt because you're good looking," an accusation Yu Chung denied. He finally gathered the courage to confess, "I like you," but Luna interrupted him. "I'm much older than you," she stated firmly, "and also your coach. I'll ignore this matter but don't repeat it." That night, Yu Chung talked to Machi asking him, "Do you like Luna?" Machi replied, "Luna is a good person but I don't think about emotions in that way." The next day, Machi informed Yu Chung that Luna and Mosi were leaving. Yu Chung rushed to meet Luna and pulled her aside to talk. Luna told him, "You should focus on your competitions and stay away from distractions." She tried to motivate him by saying, "You could join the national team if you stay focused." Later, Yu Chung messaged Luna, who was with Changjin. Changjin and Yukin were discussing their retirement plans, and Yin revealed, "I'm retiring for Changjin because I like him." Yu Chung shared his opinion on the matter. Love should involve supporting each other's dreams, not compromising them. He then called Luna and said, "I'll be upset if you don't come to see my university games." Luna promised, "I'll be there." In a separate emotional moment, M was seen crying while packing Coach Juan's belongings. Luna hugged him in comfort. Mosi observed, "You're better off without me," and left. The next morning, Luna received a series of selfies from Yu Chung which made her smile despite herself. She told herself firmly, "I shouldn't think about Yu Chung." He called to tell her, "My games are over and I'm returning." Luna felt a mix of excitement and surprise. "How could you come back like this?" she asked. In their next interaction, Yu Chung told her, "I'm hungry, take me somewhere good to eat." Luna took him to a canteen shop. There, Yu Chung presented her with a gift, a camera. "This gift is especially for you," he explained. "During the match, I recorded every moment of mine. Since you weren't there, you'll surely want to see how I performed." Luna was touched by the thoughtful present. As they returned, Yu Chung said to Luna, "If you aren't in a relationship, I'd like to date you. But if you are, I don't want to come between you and someone else." Flustered, Luna replied, "What are you saying?" Yu Chung was persistent. "You don't have to answer now, I can wait. I want you to know it wasn't just a stupid act at that time. I didn't have any achievements, so I couldn't promise you a good future. But now I promise, if you give me your time, you'll be proud of me." Luna, attempting to shut down the conversation, said, "Stop saying such nonsense." As she walked away, Yu Chung called after her, "Please believe in me, I'm serious." Back at home, Luna watched the recording Yu Chung had given her. As she watched his performances, a happy, unconscious smile played on her lips. Afterwards, she chastised herself aloud, "I need to come back to my senses. He is only 20 years old and I am 28. The next morning, Yu Chung came to see Luna again. Just as he was about to speak, likely to reiterate his feelings, Luna interrupted him. "If you say that same thing again," she warned, "you'll be banned from training for 3 days. With that, she left. When they met later at the training round, Yu Chung asked her, "When I join the national team, will you hug me while crying too?" Luna chose not to respond. He then congratulated Mommy, and Luna suggested he treat everyone to a meal. Mommy hugged both Yu Chung and Luna, and the three of them ended up joking around, with Luna momentarily stuck between them. They went to a canteen restaurant for lunch where Sang Hongwen also arrived. Because of his presence, Luna suggested they go elsewhere, but Chang Tyne, the owner, stated it was his restaurant. Sang Hongwen and his friends began to body shame Yu Chung, which ignited his anger. Chang Tyne started hitting Sang Hongwen, and a full-blown fight broke out, with others joining in against Sang Hongwen's friends. At one point, Sang Hongwen tried to hit Luna with a bottle, but Yu Chung intervened, blocking the blow and becoming increasingly aggressive. Luna tried to calm him down, but he was beyond listening. The police were called and Sang Hongwen and his friends fled. Later, Luna reviewed their reports. Thankfully, no one had sustained serious injuries. She took Yu Chung outside and scolded him severely. "You are an athlete from the university headed to the national team," she reminded him. "Everyone has their eyes on you and you started a fight over such a small matter. If something had happened to you, your career could have been over." Yu Chung defended his actions. "So, should I have stood there and watched as they came and hit you? If my career is going to move forward like this, it's better it ends now." Luna responded, "You're not understanding the point." Frustrated, Yu Chung retorted, "You're not understanding me. If you understood me, you would hug me instead of scolding me." Luna reached out to place a comforting hand on his head, but Yu Chung stepped back, rejecting the gesture. The action hurt Luna deeply and she walked away. Mosi, who had witnessed the entire argument, approached them. He addressed Sang Hongwen's friends. "If you don't want to end this matter here, no problem, we can call the police." He then calculated a hospital bill and renovation cost, presenting them with a total of 32,000 due. One of Sang Hongwen's friends claimed they had no money but offered to renovate the restaurant instead. Mosi then brought Yu Chung along and made a proposition to the main instigator. "I'm giving you one chance," he said. "Tomorrow, you'll race with Yu Chung in a 100-meter race. If you win, I'll pay the entire amount, but if you lose, you'll pay it all." The boy arrogantly replied, "You don't know how good I am at running." Mosi then turned to Yu Chung and delivered a powerful incentive. If you lose the race, he said, I'll propose to Luna tomorrow night. The statement left Yu Chung utterly shocked. The next morning, a runner named Liga arrived for the competition. Luna, recognizing him, said, he was from our university. Mosi confirmed, yes, but he was expelled because of fights. Luna, analyzing the situation, happily commented, you've discovered a treasure. Yu Chung pulled Luna aside before the race. If I win, he said, you have to agree to my request. Luna, wary, asked, what's the request? Yu Chung was evasive. First, you have to say yes. Luna questioned the gravity of the demand for such a small race. Annoyed, Yu Chung replied, fine, I won't race. Luna, perhaps out of curiosity or a desire to see him win, stopped him. Whatever your condition is, she said, I agree. Yu Chung's face lit up. All right, then we have a deal. The race began and Yu Chung won decisively. Liga protested, I don't accept this result because I didn't warm up. Luna told Yu Chung, you'll have to race again. Even in the second race, Yu Chung emerged victorious, making both Luna and Mosi very happy. Liga refused to accept defeat and challenged Yu Chung repeatedly, but every time Yu Chung won. Mosi finally told Liga, now admit your defeat. Luna then turned to Yu Chung and said, I've lost the bet. Upon hearing this, Yu Chung simply walked away without a word. Later, Luna messaged him, I need to talk to you. He replied, all right, let's meet at 3. As she prepared for their meeting, Luna found herself carefully selecting her clothes. She caught herself and muttered, why am I getting so dressed up to meet Yu Chung? She then changed into casual attire and went to meet him. Yu Chung took her to the seaside. Luna, getting straight to the point, said, the university's closed-door training is about to start. Would you like to participate? Yu Chung replied, yes. Then, sensing an ulterior motive, he asked, but did you come here just to say this? Luna took a deep breath and delivered her difficult message. You should give up. A surprised Yu Chung asked, why are you saying this? No reason, Luna deflected. Yu Chung stood his ground. If there's no reason, then I won't give up. Luna, searching for a definitive way to end his pursuit, then stated, I already have a boyfriend. Who? Yu Chung demanded. Mosi, Luna replied. Hearing this, Yu Chung began to pick up his phone. What are you doing? Luna asked, alarmed. I'm calling Mosi, he stated. Luna snatched the phone from him but saw that he hadn't actually placed a call. What's wrong with me? Yu Chung asked, his frustration evident. There's nothing wrong with you, Luna said, but that's not the issue. Then what's the issue? He pressed. You're too young, Luna explained, and I'm your coach, so you shouldn't misunderstand. Yu Chung asked the most direct question yet. Do you not like me? Luna replied, I do, but not in that way. He pushed further, between Mosi and me, who do you like more? Mosi, Luna answered. Yu Chung challenged her, look me in the eyes and say that. Unable to meet his gaze, Luna turned and walked away. As Yu Chung followed her, Luna quickly boarded a bus and told the driver, drive quickly. The bus started moving, but Yu Chung ran after it with determined speed. When the bus stopped at the next station, he got on, leaving Luna surprised. You ran all the way here? She asked. Yes, he replied, breathless. Luna, feeling overwhelmed, said, focus on your studies and training and stop following me. Yu Chung tried to speak, but Luna angrily interrupted. Do what I'm telling you to do. Yu Chung fell into a defeated silence. Later, Luna expressed her reluctance to Mr. Wang about meeting Yu Chung's parents. I will not go to meet Yu Chung's parents, she stated. Mr. Wang, however, framed it as a responsibility. You've already done a lot for Yu Chung, he said. This is your responsibility. Reluctantly, Luna agreed. Yu Chung came to her room, excited about the prospect. I want to go with you to meet my parents, he said. Luna asked for gift ideas and Yu Chung suggested homemade facial masks for his mother. Luna refused, but Yu Chung insisted. I'll get them made. She hesitantly agreed. For his father, they decided on wine, and for his mother, the promised facial masks, a small concession in a relationship defined by complex boundaries and unspoken emotions. Luna was with Mosi when Yu Chung arrived. After this encounter, Luna visited Yu Chung's home where their bond deepened significantly. He cooked pasta for her, and during this intimate meal, they finally confessed their long-suppressed feelings. Luna, who had always maintained a professional distance, acknowledged her emotions and decided to begin a romantic relationship with him. However, Luna set strict conditions for their relationship. It must remain a secret. Yu Chung's focus must stay on his training, and she would end it if it ever harmed his athletic performance. Soon after, Yu Chung's parents returned and discussed his sports career. Luna advocated for him, convincing them that sports were his true passion and promising her full support. They agreed to let him pursue his athletic dreams. When Luna later prepared to depart by boat, Yu Chung bid her a heartfelt goodbye. Upon returning home, he found his parents waiting with serious expressions. His mother directly asked if he had something to tell them. Yu Chung admitted he knew they had discovered his relationship with Luna and confirmed he hadn't wanted to hide it. His mother expressed concern about Luna being his coach and 8 years older, but Yu Chung pointed out the age difference between his own parents. While his mother remained opposed, his father stayed neutral. Yu Chung made it clear he would be upset if they interfered. Meanwhile, Luna and Mosi found Liga, who had run away. Mosi was angry, but Luna calmed him. During this time, Yu Chung grew anxious from Luna's silence. When she saw his 23 missed calls, she immediately called back. He said he would have come to find her if she hadn't called, and they talked for hours, missing each other deeply. On New Year's Day, while shopping with Mosi and Liga, Luna smiled at a photo from Yu Chung, brushing off Mosi's teasing. Later, they expressed their happiness during a video call, strengthening their bond. After vacation, Yu Chung resumed training and wrote Luna an emotional letter sharing his dreams and feelings. Though moved to tears, Luna urged him to focus on training. He agreed, on condition she wouldn't interfere with sprint team issues, assuring her she could always come to him with problems. Luna felt sympathy for unaware Mosi but remained clear about her feelings. Yu Chung asked if he was worthy of protecting her. Luna joked she needed no protection but was impressed by his seriousness. He shared his aspiration to become national and international champion, dedicating his future medals to her. Luna told him he'd matured, making him happy. When he asked what she liked about him, she shyly said nothing, but he sincerely complimented her ponytail and beautiful eyes, making her smile. As Yu Chung trained with Liga, Mosi told Luna he was the best for her, surprising her pleasantly. After achieving 7,100 points, Yu Chung asked to take Luna on a trip. She refused initially but agreed after seeing his detailed 36-hour plan. They enjoyed gaming, movies, a beach ride, and dinner. He revealed he'd learned her preferences from her Weibo account, impressing her so much she kissed him. They spent time together in a room where Luna felt profound happiness at his effort. Their romance blossomed, and the next morning she enjoyed coffee he made, their bond deepening further. Their happiness was threatened when Madame Shaw informed Mr. Wang about their relationship, enraging him. He confronted nervous Mosi, who stammered that Mr. Wang himself had given Yu Chung the day off. Mr. Wang revealed Yu Chung's mother had told him everything. Mosi, feeling cornered, declared he wouldn't cover for Luna anymore. When Luna later gave him a gift, he revealed Mr. Wang knew. Shocked, Luna resolved to handle the situation. Meanwhile, Yu Chung struggled with high jump scores and Luna supported him, promising private training, lifting his spirits. During the National Athlete Championship, Mosi cynically said her relationship was failing, but she ignored him. In her room, she found Yu Chung waiting and they resolved their issues. At the competition, he promised an extraordinary performance, vowing not to be distracted. He joked about breaking up, fearing it would worsen his mood, but Luna found him confident. The next morning, he playfully tried to hold her hand and she twisted his finger. He joked a bug bit him and left for training, teasing her. He excelled, meeting national team standards by clearing 2.2 meters on his first attempt. An emotional Luna watched as he made a heart shape for her from the field. Later, Yu Chung told Coach Yang he wasn't fully satisfied, surprising the coach, who asked if he was thinking about winning the championship. Yu Chung's confirmation delighted Coach Yang. He also mentioned his girlfriend's upcoming birthday, saying he'd introduce her soon. Complications arose when Yu Chung saw his mother talking with Luna. She asked Luna to end the relationship, but Luna stood her ground, expressing her genuine feelings and commitment. Yu Chung, overhearing, confronted his mother for speaking to Luna without his permission. Luna told him to focus on competing and felt terrible when he skipped a game for her. She challenged him to score 7,400 points or she wouldn't look at him. He scored 7,375, just short but still impressive. Coach Zhang encouraged him, saying he could improve. Yu Chung told Luna their breakup was a joke. She praised his performance but stressed following rules. He confessed his mother had spoken to him but affirmed he saw his future with Luna. Fortunately, his father convinced his mother to support their son's decision. Later, in Luna's room, Yu Chung promised to win her a gold medal. Coach Zhang interrupted, taking Yu Chung to meet the national team coach, who was greatly impressed. Afterward, Yu Chung returned and kissed Luna silently. She pushed him down, nodding he seemed nervous despite the good news. He confessed his fears, knowing no one on the national team, the serious atmosphere, and that only one coach could accompany him. Luna said Coach Zhang would go and he needn't be clingy. He worried about separation, but Luna called it a massive opportunity. He resisted, praising his university, but she countered that the national coach's immediate contact proved they saw exceptional talent. His main concern was the long-distance relationship. He even suggested marriage to avoid tension and confessed his preference for mature women. Luna patiently explained he must focus on his career now that his success made her proud, and that ages 20-27 were an athlete's golden years. He declared he wouldn't regret his choices and saw nothing wrong with considering marriage. Luna used humor to cheer him up. He stayed in her room that night, and when she came out of the shower, she found him asleep and lay quietly beside him. The next day, Mr. Wang told Luna that since Yu Chung was joining the national team, it was no longer his concern. Making her happy, she encouraged Yu Chung to do a reporter's interview for his career, but he felt insecure, worrying someone on the team might pursue Luna. He suggested at least getting engaged if they couldn't marry yet, but Luna steered him back to his athletic focus. Reporter Yao discussed commercial contracts, confusing Yu Chung. When he told Luna, she laughed and teased him. At the airport, as Yu Chung and Liga departed, Luna and Mosi saw them off. Yu Chung promised to call daily, but Luna realistically said he'd be busy. He confidently said he'd manage. During training, he called to say he missed her, but she reminded him to stay focused, explaining all athletes went through this. He was surprised by his new fan club, telling Luna he had no interest, his focus solely on training. The manager asked him to do a commercial shoot promoting sports. He initially refused, but agreed after understanding its importance. Exhausted after the shoot, he returned to the hotel, rejecting a dinner invitation. To his astonishment, Luna waited in the lobby. He exclaimed how much he'd missed her. They had only 2 hours, so they went to a jewelry store where he bought her earrings and put them on her. At a restaurant, he became engrossed in a high jump competition, slightly upsetting Luna. They had an emotional talk, and Luna warned he'd be caught if the manager checked his room. He planned breakfast, but she said she had a 6 a.m. flight. Seeing her off, he asked if she'd come because she worried about him. She confirmed, and they shared a heartfelt hug. Unbeknownst to them, reporter Yao secretly photographed this intimate moment. At a press conference, Yao asked if commercials affected Yu Chung's training. The coach intervened, saying training time was fixed. But Yao then mentioned Yu Chung's popularity and rumors about Coach Luna. Enraged, Yu Chung pulled away and stormed out, causing Yao to stumble. The incident sparked a media firestorm, with news spreading of their relationship. Negative public comments accused him of misusing resources. Furious, Luna discussed with Mr. M how the national team would handle it. The coach told Yu Chung the team would leave for competition in 2 days, but he must stay behind for discussions, suggesting a break. On the beach, Yu Chung's mother called, suggesting a press conference to clear his name. Frustrated, he ended the call. Luna advised him to train abroad and focus on high jump, his passion. Emotional, he proposed, "Will you marry me?" Luna accepted. They went to his house, where his mother welcomed them warmly, hugging them and promising support. That night, he made her comfortable in the guest room with his own pillow and blanket. The next morning, he surprised her with a pearl necklace he'd found on the beach, proposing again. Luna jokingly called it a forced marriage, but agreed. He asked for one earring to keep in his shorts' secret pocket as a lucky charm. An email invited Yu Chung for training abroad. Nervous about meeting Luna's father, he prepared suits on her advice. As she helped pack, she joked he should focus on training. He cooked dishes and baked a cake, celebrating her birthday early since he'd be away next year. Luna joked one celebration wasn't enough, showing their loving bond. Excited about their new journey, he told her he'd compete and represent their country. She shared her wish to always be with him, and he promised to become someone she could be proud of and rely on. He traveled to meet her father, who was a strict disciplinarian. Looking at Luna's childhood pictures, Yu Chung faced training with the rule never to mention her name. He handled embarrassing moments like ripped pants with composure. Her mother praised his positivity, but her father remained tough. Yu Chung shared his struggles with Luna, who explained her dad only cared about results. He promised his best, and they discussed their strong bond and future. The time difference made communication difficult during his training. At breakfast, he noticed a picture of Luna with a new student and asked who it was. Luna explained, but he failed to see her father at the table. Her dad angrily told him to finish eating. He quickly left. Upset, Luna messaged her mother to give him his phone. Her mother complied, and Luna told him to focus on training. He understood and vowed to give his best effort. 3 months later, he successfully cleared 2.25 meters in training. Seeing this, Luna's father finally approved, happily returning his phone. Yu Chung thanked him and called Luna. He said, "I've faced many struggles, learned my shortcomings, and trusted you most. I want to marry you." Overwhelmed, Luna said, "Yes, I will marry you." The story concluded with their joyful wedding, celebrating the end of their dramatic, hard-fought journey.